Hi, my name is John. Welcome to another Sunday night nightcap. Tonight's nightcap, it gets quite involved. I do a repair on a boiler blowdown valve of a big Wallis traction engine. It's a taper valve. I have to machine the taper, machine the seat. It's a little bit of welding involved, a bit of metal build up. I hope you find it interesting. Why that's 3 parts is, I was just going to put part 1, part 2 up, but I think it's only fair that I put all 3 parts up in one go. The new double boost hats are ready. I've got this one. I've also got the piss-wobbly slack. Well, I've run out of piss-wobbly. I think there's 5 piss-wobbly slack ones left. I'll have to get some more printed. There is an eBay link in the description box to the video where you can go and buy one of these. And I've also put them on the global shipping program, so anybody abroad can also buy one as well. So if you want to support me directly, that's one way to do it. This is a boiler blowdown valve of a Wallis steam traction engine. It's mounted in the bottom part of the boiler and it's used to let water out. The steam boilers often, what they do, fill up with sediment, and this is open to let the water out periodically, what is called blow down the boiler. So it's called a blowdown valve, and this blowdown valve, if it's old, it's well over 100-year-old, seemingly it's leaking. So I'm going to take it apart, see what we can do with it. It's just basically a tap, an on-off tap. We'll open it, see what to open it, close it, see if it still moves. I'll bring the camera in so you can actually see the valve in there. I'm not sure who'll be the last person to open that. You can see the hole in the bottom. I would have thought the hole should have been further up. It's possibly that this plug is worn and it's dropped down through quite a long way. I'm not quite sure. We'll get it apart and have a closer look. So that's off and that's open. There'll be some packing underneath here. I'm just going to mark this in relationship to the tap. It'll probably go either way, but I'll mark it. I know it's going to go back the same way. Put a 0 on each one. These things are all handmade and they're all kind of different. Right, now that is modern packing in there. That definitely isn't original, that's modern stuff. Right, so we've got 2 wraps of packing in there. The valve should now drop out like that. That's it there. It's in a bit of a mess. Really, what this wants is boring out, put a new finish in there, and this is bronze. I can either make a new one or preferably build this up with silicon bronze and remachine it. It's got a centre in there. I think that's going to be the way of it, because it should be, I'll get the camera in so you can see. It should really be up there so the holes are in line, and this is all the way down there, so it's a long way through where it should be. I could try lapping it in, but honestly I don't think it's gonna work. It does want to be lifted up. So it's a combination of wear on there, you can feel the weights badly worn, wear on there and wear in there. It's going to be a brave man that puts a boring board on something that's 100-year old and virtually, well, it is irreplaceable, but it's going to be the only way to do it. There's also a crack running through there. This has a good chance of being frozen up. So I think possibly fill this up with silicon bronze, put a layer of silicon bronze on there, remachine the taper, and bore that taper out in there, put a new face on it. I can't see any cracks or damage in there, but the tap is just going down there, 424. It should be somewhere like that. Interesting. I'm not quite sure if that bottom hasn't been blanked off, if something snapped off there. It seems strange it has packing in the top and there's nothing in the bottom. I'm wondering if that's been, if I line that up like that where it's meant to be, I'm wondering if it's had packing in the bottom as well, I don't know. Either way, it's fucked. I think our bottom's had a blanking disc on it and it's blown off. Looks like it has. It's like a clean break around there. You see where it's been bored down into that little shoulder there, and I'm sure it's blowing the bottom out. It makes it easier for me to bore it because I can go straight through and then bronze weld a disc or silver solder a disc into there. It's going to be an interesting job. Even the studs are bronze. And see if they'll come out, just make it a bit easier for me to work on it. That surprises. And 3/8 thick waft by the look of them. Bit of a let down really. I was expecting them bastards to fight. Anyway, at least it's fell on the floor. Right, so I'm fairly confident that there's a plate missing off the bottom there. It's pointless having packing in the top and nothing in the bottom because it will just piss water out of there. Yeah, there's no way that should be down through there. It should stop there, I'm sure it should. I'll find out, I'll have a little bit phone call work, see what I can find out about it. I've had a bit measure up and I've got just enough travel on the compound side to bore this out, so I've spent a little bit of time getting it sort of roughly set up in the lathe. I'm using them just as parallels. They're actually will centre cam followers. We've got a touch in them. So now the thing is to put a clock in there and get the ball run through. I would have liked to do the other way around with a big end out, but I can't do that, I can't grip it. There is an alternative. It's called Scott Armstrong, my mate. I'm sure he could machine it for me, but I would like to do it myself. So we can dispense with them now. We've got a grip with the valve, it shouldn't go anywhere. See, these are just sort of temporary just to keep that face in the face of the chuck somewhere near in line. We'll clock it in on that face there. I can get it running nearer than that first on the just by eye, and then we've got to find the angle and bore it. I'll probably bore it on the inside with the lathe running backwards, tool upside down. But if I do it this way, if I do it that way, I'm thinking about leaving the compound angle the same to machine. If I do it that way, the compound angle will be the same angle to machine the plug, which is what I want to do really. I'm not going to commit myself to this, but I'll have a bit play and see what happens. You'll need a counterweight clamping onto there. Of course, it'll be going to be run very, very slowly. There's no race like.